Stel je voor, je hebt een vreselijk ongeluk gehad waardoor je aan bed gekluisterd bent, maar je creativiteit en je strijdlust zijn juist nog meer aangewakkerd. Wat doe je dan? Frida Kahlo begon zichzelf te schilderen in haar kleurrijke fantasiewereld. Ze was haar eigen muze, want zoals ze zelf zei, ik ben het onderwerp dat ik het beste ken. In deze derde aflevering van Becoming Frida zie je hoe haar wereld op het toneel van het Nationale Ballet tot leven komt. En vooral hoe die klinkt. Achter deze deuren is het Balletorchestra druk aan het repeteren voor Frida. En natuurlijk is de componist van de muziek, Peter Salem, daar ook bij. We mogen tijdens de pauze heel even naar binnen om een paar vragen te stellen. How were you inspired by Frida to make this music?
Visually, mostly, I suppose. I mean, looking at the paintings, which are extraordinary and powerful, but kind of simple, almost naive, but very, very vivid and very direct, very emotionally direct. They're not sophisticated, and so I suppose I wanted to try and get all that through the music. Obviously, there are key emotional moments in her life, and she never felt sorry for herself or made that a big display. She was very courageous and very strong in the way she dealt with her infirmity, and that was it's that life force that kind of lives on through her paintings and stuff. And I think that's what I wanted to try and get at through the music.
No, for example, my work with Peter Salem, I've been doing already 2 or 3 other projects with him. It's really like feeling like haute couture of the composers, because he brings music and I say this is happy music of 2 minutes, and I create something and I tell him I need 40 seconds more, or the beginning is too fast, and he goes and recompose it for me, and that's been amazing. And his ideas, he's so strong in melodies that usually I love what he does.
The idea is that the first few scenes are so vibrant and colourful that when the accident happens, you go from a really colourful orchestration to something that's monochrome and empty. And then that gradually colour starts to feed back in again. So I reduce the number of instruments and I make it much more sparse and much more minimal. And then reintroduce colour, basically. I'm totally overwhelmed by people's skill, and also by the phenomenal ability to tell story with bodies. I mean, it's just fantastic. Bodies and sound, no words, and it's amazing that you can do that. And I think it's really powerful because you're distilling a story to its essence. And with great dancers like you have here, it's just amazing what they can express through their physicality.
What were the steps you had to take to get from an idea to choreography?
I don't prepare at home. The only thing that I prepare is what is the scene about and the situation and the intentions of the people. And the steps, I make them in front of the dancers, and they pick up the steps, and then I look at them, and then I mold the steps to their physicalities and possibilities.
To portray Frida is absolutely rewarding because it's quite challenging. It's a very interesting role. You can learn a lot from it, and it's a process of going through all the emotions, and it has lots of layers. It's very deep, so there is love, there is hate, there is everything. It's overwhelming, I have to say, because you begin happy and then you have to end happy, but deep down, your heart is really ripping apart.
And you feel that also inside?
Yeah. It's hard to explain this feeling, but it's very special and different from everything else I've done.
And how will you express that?
Well, I'm trying to imagine what it must feel like to be her, and of course I'm learning about her, and Frida is really different. She's really becoming part of me now.
I'm having fun in the studio because with each character I have to be so clear who they are. So for example, the male Fridas have a very different way of moving than the skeletons, than the bird, than the deer, than Frida herself, or Diego Rivera, who will have, a fat suit. So that's been, it's challenging, but at the same time it makes you super creative to find solutions of how to embody physically these characters.
Over minder dan een week is de première van Frida en er moet alles samenkomen hier op het toneel. Decor, muziek, kostuums, pruiken, make-up en dans natuurlijk. Al die elementen verhuizen voor de laatste repetities naar het toneel. En hoe dat eraan toe gaat, dat zie je de volgende keer. Ik zie je bij de première.